America has the highest rates of obesity in the world. This is the result of unhealthy eating habits and insufficient nutrition uptake. However, in the recent years, it seems that more and more Americans are seeking a healthier lifestyle, in which the sports nutrition market has noticed an increase in sales. Americans are seeking dietary supplements sold for weight loss, muscle building, and sexual function. One of the most common supplements bought in America is protein. As of last year, Americans spent nearly $3 billion on protein supplements, according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Protein is a critical nutrient in human diet and one of the key components to a healthy lifestyle, which is why so many individuals seek it. However, many of these individuals misuse protein supplements and do not have a proper understanding of efficient protein intake. Hello, my name is Christian Mello. Health is very important to me. I played soccer most of my life. In the past few years, I began weightlifting. I also do a number of different activities such as surfing, biking, and swimming. So for the most part, I stay pretty active. I have taken Nutrition 313, which is a course that breaks down the essential elements of human nutrition. I have watched countless YouTube videos regarding health, and I'm currently working on becoming a personal trainer. So I like to think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to health and fitness. When I first began weightlifting in 2015, I was going for sheer mass, to get as big as possible, as quick as possible, and the gains. However, I did not see the results I was looking for, no matter how much work I put in. So I began taking protein supplements. I noticed some change, and I figured it was due to the protein supplements. So as a result, I began increasing my protein supplements consumption, which is a common mistake many make. And at the time, I did not see the results I wanted. I actually began to have stomach issues. Did not feel 100% there when I was working out or just going out for a walk or doing whatever. So through my studies and research, I found my efficient daily protein intake. And now I'm here to help you find your balance and give you a better understanding of protein. So what is protein? Proteins are large molecules composed of one or more long chains of amino acids. They are an essential part of all living organisms, especially as structural components of the body tissues, such as muscle, hair, collagen, and enzymes and antibodies, all crucial components to humans' health. Without protein, we would not be able to live. Not all protein is the same, and not all protein is used for the same purpose. The amino acids that compose the protein dictate its use and quality. These amino acids are broken down into two main groups: the essential amino acids and the non-essential amino acids. For this purpose of the video, I'm only going to be discussing the essential amino acids, since the non-essential acids are not crucial for human life. The essential amino acids, we need all of those to live. The essential amino acids consist of the following. I have a little list here to make it easier to visualize while I read it off. I don't know if you can see that. Now, if you want to take a look at it, you can just pause the video real quick. Yeah, so it consists of histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, and cytine. Phenylalanine, I think I pronounced that one right. Tyrosine, threonine, tempofine, and valine. So these are all the amino acids we must have in our daily diet. Each of these amino acids contains separate recommended daily allowances, which is why I showed you the previous chart. They show the recommended daily allowances for each essential amino acids. And here it is a breakdown of the amount of milligrams of amino acids per kilogram of the body weight an individual should take daily. Since everyone's size is different, they break it down in the amount of milligrams of amino acids per kilogram of the body weight. And a common mistake I mentioned earlier is that individuals consume too much. And according to Professor Kelly Lane, a nutrition professor here at SDSU, most Americans eat 2 times the amount of recommended daily protein consumption. To find your approximate recommended daily protein intake, you must multiply your weight in kilograms by 0.8 to get the amount of protein consumption in grams. For example, I weighed in this morning at about 194 pounds, which is about 88 kilograms. You can do this conversion over Google, or if you're taking chemistry, then you should know. I take that 88 kilograms and multiply it by 0.8 to get 70.4 grams. And this dictates how much, or about how much I should be eating per day, which is not as much as people think, which is why it is not. Which is why most Americans eat double the recommended amount. For example, one single chicken breast contains 43 grams of protein, which is about half of my RDA, or recommended daily allowance. Or Greek yogurt, which many do not realize is a good source of protein, contains 14 grams of protein. Or 1 cup of dried pumpkin seeds contains 39 grams of protein. And you can see all these protein content, the protein content of each food item on the nutrition label, such as this peanut butter I have on hand. It says protein 7 grams right there. And notice how it doesn't have a percent next to each thing like the rest do, such as total sugar or dietary fiber 2 grams, and it says 9%. Protein doesn't have a percent is because, like I said before, protein intake consists on the body weight, so it's really different depending on your size, and also has to do with like your digestibility and how well you digest things. So it really is not too difficult to go over your RDA, or recommended daily allowance. Since you do not want to go over your RDA, it is important for you to consume things with high protein quality and find a balance between plant and animal protein. Protein quality refers to the ideal ratio of branched chain amino acids, which many of you have probably heard of as BCAAs, which consist of leucine, isoleucine, and valine, and the ratio is 2 leucine for every 1 isoleucine for every 1 valine. The rest of amino acids are typically present in these three. The rest of the amino acids are typically present in these if these 3 are present. They kind of go in pairs. If you have a balanced palate, then it is no big deal if one food item lacks a certain amino acid. Typically, you're supposed to pair it with another food item that will make up for it. Even for an individual who is vegan, it is more difficult than someone who is not. However, they are still able to find food pairs that provide the RDA. Professor Lane in class gives the analogy of a married couple. What one person lacks, typically the other person makes up for. Just as protein has a limitation and a strength, but when combined are better. And as long as you're intaking your RDA and not going above, you will be fine. But like I said before, consuming too much protein on a regular basis can cause some problems, such as intestinal discomfort and indigestion, which is why I kind of had some stomach problems when I was eating too much protein supplement, which when you're working out, a lot of people do that mistake. They think the more I take, the bigger I'll get. That is not the case. But too much protein won't do that much damage to your body. It is just not natural for humans to eat so much protein. While on the other hand, if you have protein deficiency, then that can lead to many serious problems. Not consuming enough protein can also cause muscle cramping, weakness, and soreness. Your body will take protein from muscle tissues and use it as energy to support over vital body functions when protein is low. The most severe form of protein deficiency is known as Kwashiorkor, which many of you probably have not heard of because it is not common in the Western states. It is typically seen in third world countries, and it is a horrible thing to see. The body pretty much starts eating itself. If you've seen like African documentaries, you see the kids who are starving with bloated bellies. They'll lose their hair. They'll develop skin rashes, loss of appetite, loss of thirst. They have malnutrition, and they become very fatigued and sensitive to light. So it's not really a good thing to see. So for that reason, I hope next time you eat like a piece of chicken or something, you kind of, I don't know, be more grateful for what you have, because that is something us Americans have nothing to worry about. So I hope you have a better understanding of protein and its importance. I hope you take the recommended daily allowance into consideration when planning your daily diet. And I wish you all healthy and long lives. And thank you for listening.